What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a little while, about a whole week since I got back with you guys. It's been super busy, man, and I wanted to go ahead and make a video about the big game got coming up, because we've gotten to that part of the schedule where we really need to finish strong and have the opportunity to finish strong and really have a much better season than a lot of people expected coming into the season. So just quickly recapping the Alabama game. I'm just quickly touching on it. I mean, Bama came out there, man. They're bigger, stronger, faster, better. It's like I said, they whooped our butts every phase of the game. It didn't help matters that we didn't play a perfect game, which was absolutely essential for us to have any chance of that game, and we didn't do that. So we got our rear ends handed to us. That's kind of that. So moving to South Carolina, okay. Past the Alabama game, on to games that we can actually win. I think that this is a game where we really should feel confident. South Carolina's, they're not a bad team, but, they're not a world beater, as you guys have heard me say before. They're not a world beater. They're a team that has some ability, they have some players, but, definitely a very, very beatable team. I think they do some things well. They have a lot of good team speed on defense. They really run to the ball well. Their backers flow. They're very athletic at all levels. D-line, backers, and then of course the secondary. Very athletic. I think their D-line, they really get some good push in the middle. Number 3 is the guy that can really be a problem for you. Their best pass rusher, I heard, has been out for a couple weeks. They get him back against us. I'm not sure his number, but he'll be back. So expect some pretty significant pass rush, especially with, as I'm sure you guys have heard, the news about Trey Smith. I mean, that's a dagger, isn't it? I mean, losing your best player. He's the guy that I say is easily the best player on that entire roster for us, and losing him hurts. But you hate it even more for the kid, because he's a guy that has top 10 talent, Hall of Fame potential, I'd say. I think he's playing out of position, playing left tackle. I think he's truly a guard, but he's been doing a stand-up job at left tackle for us. And just hate to see a guy have that issue he has going on. Just have to hope that they can get that corrected for him in the future, even if that means him having to sit out for a season or whatever. Just want him to get healthy, because he has a much brighter future and much more left to accomplish football-wise. So I just want to see him be able to fulfill that potential. But I think their D-line will really try to get after us. I think it'll be tough to run the ball. Even though teams have had success running the ball on them, I do think that they have a pretty athletic D-line, and we just have to be able to get some push and create some creases for us to kind of sift through with our shiftier backs there. But like I said, their backers run to the ball well. They do a good job of kind of beating blockers to the spot, and just can make plays in space. Very athletic guys. So we just need to really be able to have a plan. Probably run right at them would probably be our best bet if we can get a push. May not have much success trying to run around those guys. Probably better off trying to run through them, I'd say. And then their secondary, I think they have some pretty good talent back there, but I think we can high point the ball over those guys and have some success passing it through the air and just forcing the ball down the field. I think we have a lot of success. Of course, Muschamp is another Saban disciple, but from what I've seen, the film I watched, they run a lot more zone than you would expect. They run a lot of zone, so they do a good job running it for the most part, but I think we can kind of find some holes and pick those guys apart if we give our passer time to deliver some strikes down the field. And then looking at their offense, Jake Bentley's their QB. Very inconsistent. He has a lot of ability, a lot of potential, but he's very, very inconsistent. He's a guy, he's gonna turn it over. He's going to turn it over. He's going to turn it over in the red zone. He's known for doing that. He'll throw a couple picks in the end zone, and so we just have to be able to capitalize on it. Nigel Warrior, when the ball hits you in the hands, please catch it. Things like that, just making plays whenever we have an opportunity to make those plays, I think we'll be fine. He's going to throw us a couple. We just have to capitalize on those opportunities. And their receivers, they don't wow you. They have Deebo Samuel, but he's a guy. He's okay, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I haven't seen enough of him to really be impressed or wowed by him, but he hasn't impressed me super, a whole lot. I would say he probably is their best receiver. I think he does deserve some respect, but he's not a guy that's uncoverable or unguardable by any stretch of the imagination, if you ask me. So just, I think we can man up on these guys and really play some true Jeremy Pruitt style defense, pin our ears back, get creative with our blitzes, and just go mano-a-mano with these guys, and really see this defense kind of come to life this weekend. I really believe that. The O-line is very solid, though. I will say that. They have a very good O-line. Don't see much push on those guys. They don't get beat very much off the pass. I think speed rush is going to be our best bet on those guys. Darrell Taylor's going to have to take advantage of that. But just overall, think that this is a team that they have some pieces, but I think we match up pretty well with these guys, and we definitely have a chance to win this game. They do, have a decent running back, but their running game has been pretty non-existent this year. They like to be in the gun and just kind of sling the ball around. So, great opportunity for our secondary to kind of get some confidence and shut that passing game down. And I think we'll be able to do that. This comes down to us being able to protect. What we're going to do with Trey Smith being out. Who's going to step in for him? Is it going to be Tatum? Is Chance Hall going to move back to tackle, and we're going to bump Drew Richmond over to left tackle and plug somebody else in there at guard, maybe Nahias, and have Nahias and Carvin in there at guard. What are we going to do to kind of combat losing Trey Smith, because that is a huge loss for this team. So I have to get that answered, and then just continue to get the ball to Ty Chandler in space, create matchup problems with him, and continue to push the ball down the field to our big play receivers. I think we're seeing Palmer really come along as a serious threat, as a serious deep ball guy, serious speed guy can really make plays down the field for you. He's finally starting to kind of tap into his potential, so that's great to see. And hopefully we have Donwood Anderson back, and hopefully he can come back and have a game for us, because I've seen tight ends have some pretty good success against South Carolina. So it'd be nice to be able to get ours involved. And then just Garen Tylen's going to have to play a good game, deliver some good balls, take off when he needs to. If Kelly Chris is called upon, come in there and make good decisions and make some good throws like he did against Alabama. And kind of a side note, Jeremy Banks, of course, you guys probably know by now, he got moved to middle linebacker. I love that move. I love that move. He's a very physical guy, loves to play ball, very hard-nosed, full of energy, full of passion. I think he's really going to elevate the level of play of that entire group. If you watched his first practice at the position, he's going full speed on these guys, okay? It looks like the other guys are kind of going half speed. He's going full speed, laying these guys out. And that's going to increase the level of play of everyone, because they're going to have to up their standard of play, up their intensity, and it's just going to make everyone better. And then think about down the road, if Banks stays at linebacker and he becomes one of the elder guys, and we got linebackers coming in under him, he's setting the tone because he's the leader of that group. So everyone's going to have to live up to his expectation and his standard. And it's going to be a very fast, physical group, and hopefully that permeates through the entire defense, and everyone starts to play the way he does, because that's going to be vicious. And I think, if the game gets out of hand, one way or the other, I think that we'll get to see him at linebacker. We'll get to see what he can do out there. I think he's definitely athletic enough to cover in space. He's physical enough to take on blockers and to fill holes. So it's just going to come down to, can he understand what to do and be in the right position at the right time. But I'm super excited to see what the future has in store for him at middle linebacker. I think he's definitely going to be very successful at that position. So just wanted to kind of touch on that, man, because I'm super excited about that. Love to hear you guys' thoughts on that as well. And also want to hear what you guys have to think about this game, of course. Do you guys think we have a chance? And what are kind of some of the keys to success? Because the way I look at it, we have a serious chance to win out and finish the regular season 8-4, which is something that really not many people gave Tennessee a chance to do. I know I went on record saying that they'll finish 9-3 this season at least. They still have a chance for 9 wins. If they win out and then they win their bowl game, they can finish with 9 wins, which is something that really nobody gave them a chance to do. So we'd love to see us finish strong. I think we have a serious chance here. Everyone keeps talking about this whole Will Muschamp curse. We're 0-6 against him, whatever. I think that ends this weekend, and I think we'll get the W. As far as my score prediction, I really don't know, man. It's one of those games that can really kind of go either way. Still kind of tough to call Tennessee, because they had a good win against Auburn, then they go out and get blown out by Alabama, which, was to be expected probably, but you've seen flashes and you've seen inconsistency, so it's tough to kind of say about this team. And same with South Carolina, so it's kind of tough to say. So I'm going to say it'll probably be a close game. I'm going to say probably 27 to 24, something like that. The series has been close the past few years, and I feel like this one will probably be the same way. I think we'll pull it out 27-24, win it by a field goal. But as always, man, thanks for tuning in. Give me a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And, hey, like I said, I love to hear you guys' comments and thoughts on the game. And as always, man, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next video.